My name is Helen Jennings. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator based here in the UK. And as I go live, the rain is absolutely tipping it down. So hopefully that's not too big a impact on the video and that you can hear me. I am recording this ahead of time because we're going to be looking at the new catalogue and the new online exclusives. And when they go live, I am going to be on holiday. So I have recorded this little video for you before I go away. So let me bring in my downward facing camera and let's have a little look at the beautiful goodies that are going to be available in this new mini catalogue. The rain is absolutely pelting it down. Okay, so here we have, and that's not my camera, the picture on the front does look a bit faded in the background, a little out of focus. We're just focusing in on this beautiful project at the front. So the mini catalogue, September to December 2025. Where is this year going? So as we open it up, as always, there's a welcoming letter from Sarah Douglas, our CEO. There is a stamp set here called Standing Strong Together. This stamp set is called Love and Courage, and it is aimed at those projects for people. The money for this one, this is the Stampin' Up's Making a Difference product for this year. There's always one in this September to December catalogue. In the past, it's been paper and all sorts of things. This year, it is a stamp set. And money raised from the sale of this stamp set will be going to breast cancer charities in all of the markets that Stampin' Up operates in. So a lovely stamp set. And if you purchase this stamp set, then £2.50 will be donated for each stamp set sold to a breast cancer charity. So just over 10%. So let us have a look. Now, this catalogue is laid out, as many of our recent ones have been, in 3 different sections. This first section is called Step by Step, and is sort of highlighting some of the kits. So there's scrapbooking workshop kits, and then there are the kits that come out on a monthly basis. This autumn leaves one here is already out. This one here with the little Christmas trucks on is due out soon. And there's some other kits and things here, some really lovely tags, but look out for those in these upcoming months. Then the first sections are about scrapbooking workshop kits. These are lovely kits. If you love your scrapbooking, or if it's something completely new to you, you get the kit that contains all the cards, the paper, stickers, pop-out pieces, all the bits that you need to create these 3 double page layouts. Let's put my teeth in. So this one is keeping tradition, so lovely Christmassy colours with sort of poinsettias, really lovely. And there are papers and things that coordinate with this, and a suite that coordinates with this further in the catalogue. But this is your scrapbooking kit. Likewise, there's a suite that coordinates with this Peaceful Days one. This one has got lots of little doves, and could be for Christmas, but is good for lots of other projects as well. It just has all those blues and sort of grey sort of tones in. It's a really lovely kit. So that's your sort of 2 scrapbook kits that are highlighted. And then we've got the quick and easy options, so like our mix and match. So there's a Memories and More card pack, and these are really lovely, these trees, so that you can either use these if you are doing pocket memory keeping, but you can also use them as card fronts and things. And then there's this pack just here that is a pack of 6x6 paper that has got some papers back and front, and then you've got some papers that you can cut down to make tags, to make card fronts. You can see here they've made a scrapbook page. And then there's these pop-out die cuts as part of this kit as well. So really good if you want to use them like they have here, make some quick and easy cards. So lots of uses for that sort of mix and match tags and more designer series pack. Some more of the templates that they've been giving us in recent catalogues. So whether you're using them for cards or tags or for scrapbook pages or mix and match, there's no reason why you can't be inspired by the cards for a scrapbook page or inspired by the scrapbook pages for a card, and use the tags on a card as well. So don't put them in a box. There's lots of other ways that you can use those. Some mix and match cards and envelopes there. Those are rather nice in that sort of ginghamy checked plaid. Colourway one is crumb cake, one is garden green, and there's some gold foiling on there as well. There's some greetings for you there. So gold foiled greetings that you can use on your projects, like this joy just here. So those are really nice, easy, pop it out and go sort of card making, scrapbooking, project making. And then there's some nice stamps here. So there's this lovely Merry Christmas that's very simple to make a nice card with. Stamp your Merry Christmas onto some paper, a few little glittery sequiny spots, and away you go. There's this really lovely Child is Born, so a sort of traditional nativity type scene, very like the sort of willow figurines. They have no faces, but rather lovely projects, so very reminiscent of those sort of figurines, and lovely to do in those sort of neutral colours. And we've got a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, to, from, little Marys, big Marys, little Happies. So, and some sort of trees and boughs that you can put together to make some nice, quick and easy projects. This stamp set, I've yet to see this in use other than the cards that we have here, but it's sort of, these are petals, or whatever you want them to be, sort of flower centres, and you build them up, mix and match them to create build a blossom, it's called, to build up these blossoms. You've got a splatter stamp there, love a splatter stamp. So yeah, that's a really interesting set to make all your beautiful flowers with. Wishing you joy. You've got these little cottage and a bear and a deer and a log pile and smoke and some snow. And then you've got wishing you joy sentiment stamp. So really good for all of those Christmas cards. May your Christmas be bright, sending you cheer. Noel, wishing you joy. So yep, some interesting, some good little Christmas sentiments there. And then we get on to the section that is creativity your way. And if you're an avid crafter, this is where you're going to find your sweets and your bundles and all of those sort of goodies. So this first sweet is a meta sweet, and it's called Traditions of Christmas. You get 2 stamp sets, 2 die sets. The first one is traditional labels. So you get these label dies and you get all of these sentiments that will fit on them. Merry and bright, happy Christmas to you, season's greetings, sending love and joy. So a whole sort of collection of sentiments there. And then you get these sort of Christmassy florals, a poinsettia, a beautiful bow, some little sort of leaves and things. Obviously the dies that will cut those out, as well as some more detailed dies. A wreath embossing folder. I don't know if you can pick that up. A rather beautiful wreath embossing folder. Some sparkly sticky dots, sparkling sequins, and a beautiful shiny real red ribbon. And then you get the papers. Now this is not going to do these papers justice at all. I haven't yet got my hands on them, so I can't show you them in real life, but there is gold foiling on these papers and they are absolutely stunning. They are beautiful, beautiful papers. So you've got sort of like the florals on one side and then these more generic patterns on the back, and the floral side has got foiling on. Some of your dies will cut out some of these floral images, but they are just beautiful. So a really lovely sort of quite traditional Christmas colours, a really beautiful suite for your Christmas projects. And there you can see they've coloured in. So that one's got the wreath embossing in the background with this coloured flower in the front. This one's built up a bit more with some paper in it. Here's that wreath that's been watercoloured. And you can see here, this has been created. They've created a little box of tags, but you can see how the dies cut out those floral images. And there's the gold foiling. So just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, and I think you're going to want to get your hands on this. Just is lovely. So that is the Traditions of Christmas suite collection. Now, if you like something a bit cuter, then what about the North Pole delivery? We have cute little dogs and bears and cats dressed up as reindeer. So there's the stamp set, say with a bear, a dog. I think that one's a badger, isn't it? Or yes, I think he's a badger. So a dog and a badger and a bear and a cat, post boxes, letters. Lovely stamp set. Obviously dies that are going to cut out some of those images, but they also create these cute little boxes with these different tags that will go through your box and act as different closures. I think we can see those on the next page. Some nice deer dots, nice bright colours. You've got all of the papers. So on the one side, you've got sort of these cute patterns and animals and things. Two sheets of pre-cut designs in here. So you've got all of these little envelopes and bears and dogs and things that will pop out along with houses and shops and things. So yeah, a lovely set. All the envelopes on this one. You've got like the Christmas village on here. So a lovely set. Jolly delivery. You can see there's your pop out elements just here. And here you can see those boxes. So you've got the box and you can choose what this piece on the front here is going to be. So you've got a star on that one, you've got a circle on that one, and then there's a heart on this one. And they sort of pop through the slit in the flap of these little boxes and act as a closure. So really sweet little boxes that you can make with that suite. Then we have the Peaceful Garden. These are beautiful blues and greys with these doves and things that are very much you can use for Christmas, but you can use for lots of other occasions throughout the year as well. You've got a Peaceful Greenery embossing folder. You've got the stamp set that's all sort of sentiments, love, peace, love and joy, heartfelt prayers, big hugs for a good friend, deepest sympathy, peace on earth. So lots of different reasons that you can reach for this suite. You've got your dies that will die cut you some labels. They'll die cut you little envelopes, as well as these doves and some greenery and some stars. You've got some glimmer paper in here in those blues, soft green, dark grey. Got a beautiful ribbon that's got like a silver fluffy edge. I've got some of that open just here. You can see how you've got that sort of almost like a tinsel effect along the edge of that paper. And then these hues of blue flowers. So these little flowers in those different colours. Papers, again, are absolutely stunning. Lots of lovely things that you can do with this suite. There's a frame that's been created. You can see that embossing folder just there, just beautiful. And there's this, your label dies will cut out the centre of your embossed piece, or you can sort of build them up in the centre, the embossed layer, and they will sort of fit in there beautifully. Now for something completely different, Lights of Aurora. So this is sort of your Northern Lights. You've got a stamp set, again, mainly sentiments, love, light, wonder, magic, and all of these sentiments that you can mix and match. Beautiful set of dies here that you can build up landscapes with. Some really pretty frosted iridescent dots, some balmy blue sheer ribbon, and then these papers that are sort of Northern Light effects on one side and sort of more plainer, not plain by any means, but more sort of generic patterns on the other. Really lovely colour palette in this suite. Yeah, and that you can make something a really bit different with those. So you can see how you've got papers in the background and building up these dies on the front. Really pretty. Now for the first of our autumny things. This one is called Autumn Toil. And beautiful, again, beautiful papers, lovely dies, stamp sets. These ones have all been made with that Aurora suite. But here is the autumn one. So again, you've got two stamp sets. So one's got pumpkins and acorns and some sentiments. The other one is trees and sort of more landscape type. You've got some rocks here, grasses, some sort of grassland, a couple of trees. You've got a stag there. These gorgeous streaked dot, these brown streaked dots, just beautiful. You've got some earthen toned metallic speciality paper, and then really pretty papers. Flying birds, look like pheasants possibly, and deer within the trees. There's foxes, there's acorns and pumpkins. Just beautiful. And you can see with the dies, you've got the dies that do these trees, and you can sort of have background tree and a more detailed tree in the front, and you've got sort of boughs of leaves. You've got your little family, deer family just here. And then you've got this other die. So this will die cut you all these sort of leaves in a like overlay, as well as the dies that will cut you out your pumpkins and your acorns. But just a really beautiful autumn suite. And they've given you here a one sheet wonder, which is really useful. Some ideas for cutting up a 12 by 12 sheet and going on to make 6 cards with it. They've got some frames here that they've created with the DSP and the images from the bundle. So yeah, some really lovely things there. Now we have scrapbook kits. So the scrapbook papers with the stickers, the two-tone cardstock. So this is a paper pack that's got stickers added to it if you wanted stickers in addition to your paper. There's a Keeping Tradition stamp set there that's been created with scrapbooking in mind, but that doesn't mean that you only could use it for scrapbooking. You can use it for what you like. There's a Keeping Traditions multi-pack of two-tone cardstock. Same with the Peaceful Days. You've got a set of papers with extra stickers. You've got two-tone cardstock, and you've also got an additional stamp set. I love this bird just here. Really lovely. This sort of tab effect and sentiments. Again, been designed with scrapbooking in mind, but that, you know, it's entirely up to you how you use it. Let's have a look at some of the bundles. We have a fluffy squirrel bundle. He's very cute. So you've got your two-step stamping squirrels, and you've got a punch that will punch him out along with an acorn. And you've got sort of some more details and a few little sentiments on there. Go nuts, it's your birthday. And can't wait to see you again. May you gather happiness. So really cute little stamp set, and you can see here how they've punched out all of those squirrels. So that's rather lovely. Branching out bundle. So this is a stamp set that's got these branches and these sort of sprucey bits that you can build up your branches with. You've got some pine cones in there, some lovely sentiments. And then there's this die set that goes with it. So this is sort of stitched, shaped labels that are really lovely, along with pine cone and a sort of sprucey piece and a bit of foliage there. So yeah, some really lovely shaped dies there. And you can see here how they've created a frame with the pattern, with the papers inside and the die cut pieces built up. So a really lovely die set and some lovely stamps to go with them. Words for the season. So you have a stamp set with sentiments, but are not just Christmas. There's also some Halloween in there, some incredibly grateful for all my blessings. So made with Thanksgiving in mind, but we can all be thankful wherever we are in the world. And then you've got the words for the season dies. And you've got Merry Happy Christmas, wishes, greetings, autumn, New Year, holidays, Halloween, and a banner. So again, you might not want them for, maybe that you don't want to use all of them, but yeah, nice New Year's wishes there, happy Christmas greetings. So you can see how between the stamp set and the dies you can build up these greetings, and you've got some that will go on the inside as well. That was just, may your holiday season be filled with joy and happiness. This one says, may the magic of Christmas fill every corner of your home and heart. So, yeah, there's some stamps and dies for your Christmas sentiments. Now, this is a set that's got decorative masks with it. So you've got this stamp set that's got some sentiments on it as well. And then you've got the dies that will die cut you some beautiful snowflakes. And then you have these masks, these decorative masks that you can lay over your stamp set and build up the colour. So you can see how these have been built up. This one is flat, this one is die cut. This one just uses one of the more ornamental snowflakes in the background with some stamping behind it. You've got a little flurry of snow there on that stamp. And like all of our decorative masks, the masks are numbered, and you've got that little notch that you can make a pencil mark so that you know where you are. So lovely. Cute little gingerbread man. So he's very cute. So you've got the stamp set and you've got sort of sweets and things to decorate him with. He's got a couple of different facial expressions. And then in the die set, again, you've got some, you can die cut the faces to add them on like you would do currants or whatever you would use for your snowman. You've got little mugs, hats, scarves, sweets, a speech bubble, candy canes, lollipops, bows, but you've also got this little die here, that will cut you a gingerbread shaped card. So you can see here they're attached at the hands, so your little card can be gingerbread shaped, so you open him up and write your greeting inside. That's very cute, little gingerbread man bundle. Delightful decorative dots, timid tiger, shaded spruce, real red, loving those. This is Gift of Joy. So this is sort of a two-step stamp set where you've got your sort of line drawing, and then you've got your stamp that can go over the top. So you can add stripes to your present, you can add colour to your stocking, you can add colour to your bauble, you can put flowers in your greenery. You can make this either into sort of a swag, or you can double stamp it and make a wreath. So a really lovely little stamp set that you can really get to play with. I love a stamp set that you can get to play with and make lots of different things with that. Right. We always have your Christmas sweater day. So if you want to be prepared for Christmas sweater day, what about a stamp set with your jumpers and your socks and your hats and your gloves and a little heart just here? Make up some really lovely stamp sets. This is a reversible stamp set. So stamp the detail on one side, add the colour on the other. And obviously, when you come to these, you'll be swapping them over. So you'd use that reverse for that sock and that reverse for that sock. And the same with your little mittens. But a lovely way of making up some sweater Christmas cards. So always good fun. And then we have our patterned tag dies. These are rather beautiful. So make up all your own tags. So you've got like your background piece, and then you've got these overlays. You can either stick them directly on each other, or like this one, you can offset them slightly, use your tag and add some of your other elements in. Got stripes on this one. They're really rather lovely. A Christmas words collage hybrid embossing folder. So you can either use it as an embossing folder, or you can bring in the die and cut out the different sentiments and use them. Here they've been cut out in gold foil. You could sort of swipe colour over the top of them. They're using a sponge dauber just there. But yeah, really lovely hybrid embossing folder there. It's going to give you all of your words. Joyful tidings. So we've got these two sort of half wreaths. There's no reason why you shouldn't go on to stamp them again and make a full wreath. I quite like this one here, sort of peeking out from this partial cut front. And this one is coming round the outside of some die cut circles. But yeah, so this one is sort of like foliage, and this one adds in some pine cones and some orange slices, few little berries. So you've got Noel, tidings of joy this Christmas season, peace, hope and joy, believe, may the wonder and magic of Christmas fill you with delight. So a really pretty stamp set. That is one of the stamp sets that we are going to be using on our retreat this year. So if you are somebody that is going to come along to a retreat, that is one of the ones that we're going to be using. This is called the Magic and Hope. It coordinates with the paper tag dies that you can find. If you go onto the website, you'll find the paper tag dies, and this little set coordinates with it, and can create you some. You can either use it to make your Christmas cards or just use them for tags. But yeah, a really sweet little set. This bow's rather lovely. Yeah, they heat embossed it in gold. Gotta love some gold embossing. This is a stamp set that's been inspired by Sharon Armstrong, who is a million sales achiever. Rather fun. So you've got this happy that features this sort of tropical beach. And then you've got for you, hey, your birthday, life, place, days, time, retirement. So you can use it for cards. You could, of course, use it for scrapbook pages. You can see there where they've stamped it and just added it a little colour. And this has just been stamped across the front of that card. This has been used to make a card front, but just a little bit different. So that is the Happy Place stamp set. This one is one of the buildable stamp sets. Now we've had a few of these before. They're quite a new concept. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flowers there. 6. Yeah. So you can either use these as individuals, so you can use each stamp individually. So this one, you've got that stamp on the front there, and then they've used some of these stamps along the background there. Or you can keep the stamps as one big block and just stamp it as one big block. This is another one that's going to be coming up in a class later on in the year, once we've had enough of Christmas crafting. Can you ever have enough of Christmas crafting? But this is one that's going to come up later in the year. But really beautiful petal arrangements. So there we have it. There is the catalogue. So that is the mini catalogue, but that isn't all that's going to be launching on the 3rd of September, because there's also some new online exclusives, and there's more beautiful things in here. Now, these aren't going to be massively big, but it will give you a taster, and by the time this goes live, you'll just be able to go onto the online store and see all of these in all of their glory. So we've got the Gathering Together suite, which is beautiful autumnal papers, a stamp set with leaves and acorns and toadstools. The dies, I don't know how well you're going to be able to pick that up, but some of them have got holes in them that you can stitch through, and they've given you some early espresso and old olive linen thread pack to enable you to do some stitching. You've got some Cajun craze and gold dots, and a Gathering Leaves embossing folder. So a really lovely autumn suite just there. We've got the Modern Christmas, which is, it's black, whites, golds, sort of slight greys, lots of gold foiling. You've got gold hoops, black and gold and I think it's white and gold threads. You've got the stamps, the dies, the papers, to give you some sort of much more modern looking Christmas cards. So something a little bit different, but I'm looking forward to playing with that. And then this is a really lovely suite, and it is called the Elegant Pine Snowflakes. So they've created snowflakes using pine boughs. And it really is really rather effective and rather pretty. Lovely colourways with these sort of greens, jade, these sort of colours, really pretty. You've got a stamp set, you've got dies, and the dies will cut you sort of these individual pieces that you can build up into snowflakes, as well as cutting the snowflakes that you can stamp. You've got some faceted snowflake gems, and you've got some shaded spruce and gold edged ribbon. Really beautiful suite. Then I think we shall be playing with that at some point over the coming months. Another punch and stamp die bundle. This one is sign design. So you've got these little signs, merry and bright, happy new year, trick and treat, and a little punch that will punch them out. So again, whether you're just using them as labels on your card front, or whether you're using them the focal point of your card. Lots of really lovely ideas with that stamp and punch bundle. Then we've got some beautiful pumpkins and dies that go with it. We have the homemade treats. So you've got your piping bag and your rolling pin and your oven glove and the little tray that you can put them on. You've got the Snowflake Kisses bundle. This looks really pretty. Again, you've got one of these overlay type dies with a hole in the middle, some dies that you can cut to put in that hole, some individual snowflakes, so a die that I would imagine is going to cut snowflakes into your card rather than out of your card. So that's a really nice little bundle. Snowflakes galore. If you have a pooch in your house, if you are a doggy lover, then how about a little stamp set with collars, bandanas, bells. It can be cats as well as dogs. But yeah, that's really rather fun. Little paw prints, got a dog bone, fish bone, little hearts and stars. Yeah, but just really pretty. I woof you. Love comes with 4 paws. Rather sweet. Festive friends. So you've got these little cute little dumpy sort of an elf, Father Christmas and a snowman, and you've got some tags and things that can go with those. So those are the festive friends. The pine tree trimmings bundle. So you've got a few different Christmas trees and some decorations and presents and things to go with it. And here's more listed at the back. So I think we've had a look at all of those. So lots of lovely things coming. So a quick whistle-stop tour of the new catalogue and the new online exclusives, as well as those on July the 3rd. There will be new kits launching, so look out for those as well. One of them, I believe, is going to be that kit that has the Christmas trucks and things in it, if that's something that you fancy. And another kit is one that they are going to be using on World Card Making Day. So we will be looking at ways that we can play with that either in the lead up or just after World Card Making Day. So the kits are always worth looking at, particularly as we run up towards Christmas, because they make great little gifts. So I hope you've enjoyed that whistle-stop tour of all the goodies that are coming up. Lots of those goodies are going to be featuring in classes between now and Christmas, so do look out for those as well. If you're living somewhere locally, do come and join us in person, or if you live here in the UK and would like a kit in the post, then do get in touch and we'll do our best to arrange that for you as well. So thank you for joining me. Do go and head over and browse the online store and go and see what goodies there are. And here comes the rain again. Keep crafting and I'll see you soon.